Attention passionate Philadelphia, EAGLES. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Philadelphia Eagles' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Philadelphia Eagles fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Philadelphia, EAGLES. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying close attention to the NFL landscape, especially to what's happening in the NFC East, it's clear that the Philadelphia Eagles are setting themselves up for another serious run. And why wouldn't they? The team, under the guidance of head coach Nick Sirianni, has built a roster that's not just competitive but championship caliber. The foundation is solid, the core is talented and experienced, and the aspirations of bringing home that coveted Lombardi Trophy are as high as ever. But as you and I both know, in the NFL, no team is ever truly finished, especially not a team with Super Bowl ambitions. There are always those little tweaks, those adjustments that can turn good into great, and that's exactly what the Eagles are eyeing as they head into the upcoming training camp. So let's break it down, starting with the offense, where the Eagles have been spectacular but could still use a little extra firepower. At the wide receiver position, the duo of A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith has been nothing short of elite. These two have established themselves as one of the most dynamic wide receiver duos in the league. A.J. Brown, with his physicality, route running, and ability to make contested catches, has quickly become a favorite target for Jalen Hurts. And Devonta Smith, the slender but explosive playmaker, has shown that he can stretch defenses vertically and make tough catches in traffic. But despite their brilliance, the Eagles' receiver room isn't quite perfect yet. They've added Jahan Dotson in the offseason, a promising young talent, but he's yet to fully develop into that consistent WR3 or reliable slot option that can give defenses a headache on third down or in the red zone. And that's where the team could still improve. They need a veteran presence, someone with a proven track record, a reliable hand that can be trusted to step up when it counts most. And speaking of veteran receivers, one name that's been buzzing around as a potential fit for the Eagles in 2025 free agency is Keenan Allen. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Keenan Allen, at 33, isn't exactly a spring chicken anymore. But let me tell you, this guy remains one of the most technically sound route runners in the entire NFL. His ability to create separation, his precise routes, and his dependable hands make him a perfect fit for what the Eagles need. Allen has amassed over 10,000 receiving yards in his career, and even though his numbers dipped a bit last year with the Bears, 70 catches, 744 yards, and 7 touchdowns, they still showcased his ability to be a dependable target. The Eagles could really benefit from his veteran leadership, especially in critical third-down situations and in the red zone, where experience and precise route running can make all the difference. And let's be honest, bringing in someone like Allen would not only boost the depth at wide receiver, but also give Jalen Hurts an extra security blanket, an experienced guy who can make those tough catches when it's crunch time. Plus, at this stage of his career, Allen is probably available at a team-friendly price, making him an attractive option for a team looking to add proven talent without breaking the bank. Now moving over to the defensive side of the ball, which is arguably just as important as the offense, especially when you're aiming for a Super Bowl. The Eagles' pass rush was a real strength in 2024, but as always, there are some areas to address. Brandon Graham and Josh Sweat, two of their key veterans on the edge, departed in the offseason. That's a significant loss because those guys brought leadership, experience, and let's not forget, consistent pressure on quarterbacks. Their absence means the team will rely heavily on younger players, like Nolan Smith, who showed flashes last year and has a promising future but still needs to develop that consistency. In the NFL, pass rushers are often the difference makers, and adding a veteran rotational edge rusher could provide that extra punch needed to keep quarterbacks on their toes. One name that's been floated around as a smart addition is Ogbo Okoronkwo, the former Browns and Texans pass rusher. Okoronkwo has never logged more than 5 sacks in a season, but he's a versatile player who can contribute in various packages and provide valuable depth. Cleveland released him in June, and he's now looking for a new team. Playing for the defending champions, the Eagles, could be a perfect fit, not only because of the team's championship aspirations, but also because of the scheme under coordinator Vic Fangio, which emphasizes pressure from the edge. Okoronkwo's experience, combined with his ability to rotate in and out and keep fresh pass rushers on the field, would be a smart strategic move. Plus, given his current market value, he could be brought in at a discount, which is always a plus for a team trying to optimize its roster. Now, let's talk about another intriguing name on the free agent market that could bolster the Eagles' offense, Gabe Davis. Remember him. The Bills' explosive wide receiver who became famous for his postseason heroics, including an 84-yard touchdown in the playoffs. Davis is only 26, and last year, after signing with the Jacksonville Jaguars, he had a frustrating season marred by injury. A torn meniscus limited him to only 10 games, and he finished with 20 catches for 239 yards. But if you look beyond the stats, Davis offers something unique: big play ability, vertical speed, and the potential to be a game changer. He's that deep threat that defenses have to respect, and that can open up a lot for the other receivers and tight ends. For the Eagles, plugging in Davis as the WR3 could be a game changer, giving Jalen Hurts another reliable option to stretch defenses vertically and create those explosive plays that can swing momentum in a heartbeat. Now, I want to emphasize that if the Eagles manage to bring in just one of these veterans, be it Allen for his route running and veteran savvy, Okoronkwo for edge depth, or Davis for his upside, the team would significantly strengthen its roster. It's about filling those few remaining gaps that could make the difference between a good playoff run and a championship one. The Eagles have built a roster that's ready to contend, but as we all know, the NFL is a league of inches. Small improvements, smart signings, and a little bit of luck are what often separate the champions from the rest. And let's not forget, the Eagles are also looking at their own young talents, the rookies and second-year players who are eager to prove themselves. Nolan Smith, who is a high draft pick, has shown promise rushing the passer, but he's still developing his game. Jalix Hunt, another young edge rusher, has potential but needs regular playing time to grow into a consistent threat. The coaching staff is known for developing talent and maximizing player potential, so these young guys might be the ones to step up and surprise us all. But adding a seasoned veteran, someone who's been through the grind, could provide the stability and leadership that young players need to thrive. The Eagles' roster management this offseason has been strategic. They've focused on maintaining core players like Jalen Hurts, who has established himself as one of the league's most dynamic quarterbacks, and they've surrounded him with talent that can elevate the team into true contenders. With the addition of a few key veterans, they could elevate the overall team chemistry, reduce the pressure on young players, and ensure that every unit is firing on all cylinders come playoff time. Looking ahead, the expectations are sky-high for the Eagles. This isn't just about making the playoffs, it's about winning the Super Bowl. The NFC East remains one of the most competitive divisions in football, with teams like the Cowboys, Giants, and Commanders all vying for supremacy, but Philadelphia has consistently proven that they're a step ahead when it matters most. Their combination of a fierce defense, a versatile offense, and a coaching staff that emphasizes adaptability and resilience makes them one of the most well-rounded teams in the league. The question now is, will they make those final moves to push them over the top? The NFL offseason is a time of strategic planning, of subtle but impactful signings, of identifying weaknesses and turning them into strengths. And for the Eagles, the focus seems clear: a little extra depth at wide receiver, some veteran leadership on the edge, and perhaps a splashy addition that can change the game in an instant. It's about stacking the deck in their favor, ensuring that every position is as competitive and talented as possible. Because when September rolls around and the real battles begin, the Eagles want to be ready. They want to be the team that everyone fears, the team that can grind out wins in close games, and the team that can finally bring that elusive Super Bowl trophy back to Philadelphia. So, Eagles fans, as we get closer to training camp, keep your eyes peeled on these potential signings, on how the roster shapes up, and on how the team's chemistry develops. The pieces are slowly falling into place, and if everything clicks just right, we're in for an exciting season. The NFC East is about to get even more interesting, and the Eagles are right in the middle of it, fighting to reclaim their spot at the top. Remember, this team's journey isn't just about talent. It's about resilience, dedication, and that never-say-die attitude that has defined Philadelphia sports for generations. And I truly believe, with the right moves, this could be the year they finally get over the hump and bring home that Super Bowl trophy again. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Philadelphia Eagles news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Now I want to hear from all of you. What's your take on the Eagles' offseason moves? Do you think they're missing anything? Are you confident that they'll make the right additions to push for another Super Bowl? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because your opinion really matters to us and of course to the team. This is a community and your insights help make it even better. And don't forget, I'll be back very soon with more updates, more analysis, and all the latest news on the Philadelphia Eagles. So stay tuned, keep supporting your team, and let's get ready for what promises to be an incredible season. Thanks for watching, Eagles fans, and as always, fly, Eagles, fly.